Coach, today we are going to be talking about posting up. And I know it's kind of like an old school thing to think about having post players now, but in the high school game, middle school game, you definitely have post players. And really in the college game, you do too. The difference is the higher level they get up, everybody can kind of be a post player. They may not be a dominant post player, but they all have to have the ability to sit down in the post and to be able to be a scoring threat. So no matter if you run a 5-out motion offense or you run something that's a high-low offense, your players have to know how to post. So I want to hit a couple of key concepts about post-ups today, and then just give you a quick drill that you can do pretty easily with your team to reinforce that. Now, to start out, you have to have players who have the ability to post up, first off. The second thing is you got to have players who can pass them the ball. So whether you have a big guy or you just have a guard going down there, if they can't pass the ball in there, it's not going to matter. So we want to make sure that we have the chance to do both. And that's what the drill is going to show you here, and I'll get to that in just a second. The first thing that I want to talk about, though, is posting up. Where do you post up? A lot of times we hear coaches talk about posting up on this second block, which is perfect. We want to split the block right between our legs. We want to get nice and wide, get our hands up. We need our numbers on our chest to be shown to the passer. So we can't have players, a lot of times, especially when they're young, they start to fold at the waist. Their core is not strong enough. So getting your players doing planks, do sit-ups, anything to strengthen the lower back is great at the youth level. It doesn't have to be weights, just has to be something that they're strengthening. That even an air squat is a great thing to do to help strengthen that core. We need to see the numbers on their chest, and we want to see the palms of their hands when they're posting up. So the second block is a great spot to start. Now, this is really a scoring opportunity if they can get that pass in there. So they're going to want to try to get it, then they're going to need their moves. So you can do things such as like a drop step, which is a great one to teach. I love the up and under as a staple in a post player's game. So these two would be my go-to, and then probably something that's similar to like a baby hook going into the middle would be a great one as well. But I always want to have players have one solid go-to move and then one counter move. So the up and under, I think, is a great move because you can hop into the middle or you can go baseline with it, go up and under, and being able to pivot, play off of 2 feet is a great strength no matter what position you play at. The drop step, the baby hook, you're probably looking at a little bit bigger players for them to really be comfortable with it. So those are just a couple of options that you have, though. Now, in terms of posting up, your players have to engage early. So if your player, let's say, is your post player, happens to be down here, and that ball is getting swung over to the side, say to a 3, so it's going to go here. As soon as that ball starts to get swung, your post player has to engage. They've got to engage early, get there, post up, and try to bury that player as far down as they can. So as soon as the ball comes here, now we can look at getting a pass into the interior. If they wait until this player looks and then they engage, it's already too late. So they want to engage early. I also don't like to have the players start on that block. I don't want them to start right here. Okay, it's too easy to guard. You've got the defense here, they're ready to get around here, or maybe they're on the bottom, they're half fronting it. Well, you're right where they want you to be. So we need to make sure that our post players start below it, or they can start above it, and they can come down and engage, or they can come up and engage. Either way, doesn't matter, but they got to engage, get themselves chest to chest or shoulder to chest with that defensive player so that they can seal them and they can sit down like they would in a chair. Again, hands up, see the palms, read the numbers on the chest so we can make a good pass in there. Now, let's talk a little bit about the passer. What is the passer going to do? All right, so we've got our player sitting right down, and we get the ball, and now we've got to make sure that the passer has the skills in order to pass the ball in there, to get open, to get a good chance at getting this going. The first thing is, even before they get the ball, is sealing and popping. So if a defense is out there, we want to take that defender in, we want to seal, we want to pop, and that's when we're going to pass the ball. The thing you don't want to do is start here and just drift. The farther you drift out, there's a lot more distance to have to cover. So we want to get underneath the 3-point line, seal them. What I mean by sealing is we're going to step over them. So we're going to take our foot, our foot on the inside, and we're going to step over their foot, and then we're going to pop out. It's a little bit hard to see here. Let's do this one more time. We're going to take our inside foot, step over them, and then we're gonna pop out right there. So we're gonna seal and we're gonna pop to try to get this ball. Should have a hand up so that our point guard knows exactly where we want the ball, and then they can deliver the ball into you. Once they get the ball, they want to make sure that they rip that thing through. They're going to rip it down below their chest, or they're going to rip it up above their shoulders. Never rip it in the center. So we call that the box. So we never want to rip inside the box, which is really kind of our waist to our chest level, because that's where defenders can get it. We keep it up high, or we keep it down low and we sweep it through. We're going to be able to pivot, rip that thing through, and then take a look. So once we have seal and pop, so we'll just put them down here. We want to seal and pop. You're going to rip the ball. Third is you're going to fake a pass to make a pass. I know, sounds kind of cheesy, kind of old school, but fake a pass to make a pass. The kids will remember it. They know they're going to fake high to go low. They're going to fake low to go high, and it's something that's got to be drilled inside of them. The third thing that they're going to want to do is once they get that ball in there, so let's say we get the ball right here, they make that pass, then the fourth thing is they want to relocate. So this is after the pass has been made. They've got to move somewhere. Don't let this defender here have a chance to go down and double without paying for it, or don't let them be able just to look down there, even if they're not doubling. We can cut a Laker cut over the top. We can cut to the baseline. We can relocate to the corner if we wanted to. We can go screen away, or we could have this player screen down. Lots of options there, but give your players things that they can do after they get the ball into the post. That's going to open up area for your post player not only to score, but to be able to pass the ball back out and try to get an opportunity for the perimeter players to score. Could be a handoff off of a cut, could be a quick little dump pass, or it might be something out in the three-point line. All right, last I want to give you a drill. How do we throw this whole thing together here, Coach? I love doing it as a 3-on-3 drill. So we're going to put the ball up here. We got a defender. We're gonna put our 3 there, and let's say our 5-man is gonna be down here with the defender there. All right, all we're doing is, once the coach passes the ball in, everybody is engaged. Here, they get the ball. We're gonna seal and pop. As soon as we seal and pop, we're gonna come over the top. We're gonna pin them down right there, and then we're gonna try to get the ball in here, down there. Now, it could happen. This player, don't let him think he's got to throw it to the wing. We can throw it right down here if we have to as well. If we can't get either of those, I like to do what's called a loop. And now we're getting a little bit deep into some stuff, but that's okay. We can't get the ball. We seal and pop. We can't get it in there. Let's go ahead and loop. We're going to push